Hello. It's all right. Good. Just a bit of housekeeping. All right. Jan McGill, everybody. U2. No U2 fans in? Jesus, you're a tough audience. I see some family members there. U2. Boyzone. Westlife. Shedward.
Yeah!
Could we plumb any more depths? I mean, seriously, I must not be the only one who's been seriously considering renouncing my nationality. Having said that, I've been thinking about it. I'm not actually that sure that they're Irish. In fact, I'm not even that sure that they're even from this planet. I mean, they pretty much look to me like extraterrestrials being brought up by a human family. Kind of like Superman. I mean, Superman, as we know, had supervision, hearing, power, and of course the most fabulous disguise. I'm Clark Kent. Superman. I'm a library geek. Superman. I fuck Lois Lane looking like this. Imagine who I could be fucking. Unfortunately, Jedward's superpowers seem to be a bit more limited to lip syncing and dancing like electrocuted baboons. I mean, we all saw them last week there on stage, kind of jumping around, doing shitty karate kicks with all the self-control of Dominique Strauss-Kahn. Kind of, their heads were being pulled together because of the static in their hair. And imagine people even gave them points. What the fuck? Anyway, as I was saying, fucking donkeys is wrong. Now, a lot of you will think I'm crazy when I say that, but it's something I really do believe. I mean, where I'm from, we only have sex with people, goats, and holes in trees. Incidentally, I'll probably go for a bit of a walk up to St. Stephen's Green after this. But a man was killed recently in Portugal, and he had a throat slit and bled to death in a pile of his own blood, according to the newspaper. Well, obviously, his own blood. Who else's blood is it going to be? It'd be really weird if he bled to death in a pile of someone else's blood. In fact, maybe even weirder would be seeing blood in a pile. How does that work? Kind of the jugular slit, the blood spurting everywhere, but yet also forming a broad foundation. Then the Achilles tendon goes neatly on top. Finally, just a little bit of eyeball blood, just to make a nice pyramidal pile. And the people that I think would really get freaked out about that, well, actually, probably everyone would if there's a blood in a pile, would be the people from CSI. You know, CSI, Crime Scene Investigation, which is great because I used to not know what the program was about. But I could imagine them turning up to this the scene of this crime, and they'd be like, "Okay, Nick, we need to find the blood spatter." "Okay, Grissom, I'm looking, yeah." And he'd be like, "Oh no! It's an impossible case. The blood is in a pile. A pyramidal pile, which is nice, but it's in a pile, there's no blood spatter." What the fuck is spatter? It's not even a word, is it? Splatter, maybe. Because somehow in CSI, despite all of the cutting-edge technology and the forensic processes that they have, it's always the blood spatter that gives the killer away. It's always like, well, the bullet entered with a trajectory of 36.17 degrees from a distance of approximately 102.314 meters and spattered on the left perpendicular wall. Therefore, the killer must be Michael. How? But the man who died and bled to death in a pile of his own blood, not someone else's, was a man called Jaime Ovejas. Okay, I mean, let me break that name down for you. Okay, Jaime being James, Jimmy, Jimbo, Jamie, whichever you prefer. Ovejas meaning sheep. I think we can all tell why. But I mean, obviously, I think he was very tired of being pigeonholed, which was also actually something he liked to do. But it was good because he'd obviously look back over his life, and you know, he'd assessed his past actions, and he decided he had bigger goals in life, which is just laudable, I think. And he was killed by a local farmer who killed him for having sex with his favourite donkey. Now, to me, that sounds more like a crime of jealousy than any fundamental moral objection. He's like, why did you have to have sex with my favourite donkey, Jaime? Why couldn't you have sex with this ugly old one in the corner? No one's had sex with it for years. Not even another donkey. You know, he's just pretty much acting like a jilted lover. It's like, come on, man, move on. Start seeing other people. The donkey clearly has. But I mean, as you know, the whole having sex with animals, it's been done before, you know, generally by middle-aged men or Swedish porn stars. But what I found interesting about this story was that Jamie Sheep was found wearing women's underwear. Which is great, kind of going 2 for 1 on the perversions. You know, it's kind of like, roll up, special offer all this week, 2 for 1 on all sexual perversions, fetishes and objects. Bestiality and cross-dressing. Sandpaper wanking and Queen Elizabeth blow-up dolls. Midget fist fucking and gimp slaves. You know, great. Or maybe, another thing could be, maybe the donkey had a special request. And he talked to him, he said like, Jaime, it's not like how it used to be at the beginning. Why don't you make the effort for me anymore? So of course, I mean, it makes me think it's a beautiful love story. Kind of like Romeo and Juliet. With the brave Jamie Sheep playing the role of Juliet. I say brave because they don't say hung like a donkey for no reason. I mean, would you want something that size inside you? Madam? Sir? Tyler? I know I wouldn't. I mean, to be honest, judging by that, I'm just amazed that he didn't die of a ruptured sphincter and bleed to death in a pile of his own anal blood. Because that I've definitely never seen on CSI. Thank you. Good night.